In the heart of the ancient forest, where the trees whispered secrets of old, there lived a pack of wolves unlike any other. These were the Silver Moon Wolves, known far and wide for their intelligence, loyalty, and the mysterious silver sheen of their fur, which glimmered under the light of the full moon. Their story was one of legends, passed down through generations, woven into the very fabric of the wilderness they called home. The origin of the pack. The story of the Silver Moon Wolves began many centuries ago when the world was still young. In a time when humans and animals shared a deeper connection with the earth, a powerful spirit roamed the skies. This spirit, known as Lupa, was the guardian of all wolves, watching over them from the heavens. Lupa was a majestic wolf with fur as white as snow and eyes that shimmered with the light of the stars. She was revered by all creatures of the forest, who believed that the moon itself was her glowing eye watching over the world. One fateful night, when the moon was at its fullest and brightest, Lupa descended to the earth. She had seen the struggles of the wolves below, who were often hunted and driven away by humans. Moved by their plight, Lupa decided to bless a single pack with a gift of strength, wisdom, and unity, ensuring their survival for generations to come. Lupa sought out the bravest and most loyal wolf she could find, a lone alpha named Fenrir, who had been leading his pack through the harshest winters and fiercest battles. Fenrir was a massive wolf with deep grey fur and piercing golden eyes. Despite the challenges he faced, he never faltered in his duty to protect his pack. When Lupa appeared before Fenrir, her presence was so powerful that the very ground beneath her paws shimmered with light. She spoke to him in a voice that echoed through the trees, offering him and his pack her blessing. "Fenrir, noble leader of wolves," Lupa said, "I have watched you from the heavens and seen your courage. I offer you and your descendants a gift, a bond with the moon that will grant you unparalleled strength and wisdom. But with this gift comes great responsibility. You must lead your pack with honor and protect the balance of nature. Will you accept this burden?" Without hesitation, Fenrir bowed his head in acceptance. Lupa then touched her nose to his, and in that moment, a radiant silver light engulfed the pack. When the light faded, the wolves found their fur transformed, glowing with a soft silver hue that reflected the light of the moon. From that night on, they were known as the Silver Moon Wolves. The rise of the Silver Moon Wolves. With their newfound power, the Silver Moon Wolves quickly became legendary. They were faster, stronger, and more intelligent than any other wolves. Their connection to the moon granted them heightened senses and an uncanny ability to communicate with one another through the night's breeze. Under Fenrir's leadership, the pack thrived, their numbers growing and their territory expanding. The wolves' silver fur became a symbol of hope and protection for the creatures of the forest. The deer, rabbits, and birds all knew that as long as the Silver Moon Wolves roamed, they were safe from harm. Even the humans began to speak of the wolves with reverence, understanding that they were no ordinary animals but guardians of the forest. As time passed, the Silver Moon Wolves continued to uphold their duty, guided by the wisdom of their ancestors. They defended the forest from threats, both natural and supernatural. It was said that on nights when the moon was full, the wolves could be seen running through the forest, their fur shimmering like silver flames, their howls resonating with the power of the moon itself. The Great Battle of the Forest. But peace could not last forever. A shadow fell over the forest when a group of hunters, driven by greed and ambition, set their sights on the Silver Moon Wolves. These hunters had heard tales of the wolves' power and believed that if they could capture or kill one, they would gain unimaginable strength and fortune. Led by a ruthless man named Orin, the hunters entered the forest with weapons forged from iron and silver. They laid traps and poisoned the rivers, caring little for the harm they caused to the other creatures of the forest. The once peaceful land became a battleground, with the wolves forced to fight for their survival. Despite their strength, the wolves were not invincible. Many fell to the hunters' cruelty, their silver fur tarnished with blood. The pack was pushed to the brink, and for the first time, the silver moon wolves faced the threat of extinction. In their darkest hour, the alpha of the pack, Fenrir's descendant named Luna, called upon the spirit of Lupa for guidance. Luna was a fierce and wise leader, with silver fur that shone even in the darkest of nights. She gathered the remaining wolves and led them to the heart of the forest, where Lupa had first blessed their ancestors. As the hunters closed in, Luna howled to the moon, her voice filled with desperation and determination. The moon, full and bright, seemed to answer her call. A beam of silver light descended from the sky, enveloping the wolves in its glow. The spirit of Lupa appeared before them, her eyes blazing with the fury of 1,000 storms. "Children of the moon," Lupa spoke, "you have been faithful to your duty, but now the balance of nature is threatened. I will grant you one final gift of power that will protect the forest for all time." With a wave of her tail, Lupa unleashed a powerful magic that spread through the forest like wildfire. The trees grew taller, their roots intertwining to form an impenetrable barrier. The rivers swelled, washing away the hunters' traps. The very air became thick with the scent of wild flowers, disorienting the hunters and driving them away. As the hunters fled in terror, the wolves felt a new strength coursing through their veins. They had become one with the forest, their connection to the moon stronger than ever. From that day forward, the silver moon wolves were more than just guardians, they were the living embodiment of the forest itself. The legacy continues. The legend of the silver moon wolves spread far and wide, becoming a tale of wonder and inspiration. Though the wolves were rarely seen by human eyes, their presence was always felt. The forest thrived under their protection, a sanctuary for all who respected the balance of nature. And on nights when the moon was full, those who ventured into the forest could still hear the hauntingly beautiful howls of the silver moon wolves, echoing through the trees as a reminder that they were ever vigilant, ever watchful, and ever true to the spirit of the moon. The silver moon wolves had become more than a pack, they were a legend, a symbol of the eternal bond between nature and the wild, a story that would be told for generations to come. And as long as the moon continued to rise, so too would the legacy of the silver moon wolves endure, shining brightly in the heart of the ancient forest.